So I'm going to quickly go through the scripts tile. So inside the scripts tile, so in here we can see the status of all the scripts that have been running against a system. We can see whether they've succeeded or failed when they ran, what group they've run off of. Down here in the lower pane you can see a bit more information, so you can see if there were any script log messages. You can see what commands were run inside that script, so you can see that this command was ran, and that's the result. And then the overall script results here. So now onto the system tile. So here you can see some basic information on the operating system. You can also in here manipulate local user accounts. So you can add a user, you can change the password of a local user, unlock it, make the account an administrator. So this can be quite a powerful way of us kind of, brute forcing is the wrong way, but backdooring into a machine as long as we've got the automate agent installed. If we need to get a local admin and we don't know the details, we can do that really easily from here. And you can also see any scheduled tasks on the machine. You can't interact with them at this time, but you can see what they are and what they're doing. Next, hardware. So this is a bit like a MS Info 32 of the machine. So you can see some information, detailed information about the hardware of the machine. We can see the CPU, we can see the memory and how many slots there are and what's in those slots. Quite good for if we need to buy some more memory for a machine and we don't know what's in it. Save logging into the machine and running a Corsair. Is it Corsair? No, it's not Corsair, is it? A Crucial memory scan. We can just hop in here and have a look. Printers, you can see all the printers on the machine. And video, you can get some basic information on the video card or cards in the machine. Patching we'll go into in a separate patching video, but here you could click on the tile and dive into that. Services, you can see all the services running on the local machine. You can start them, stop them, and restart them. Software, you can see a list of software installed on the machine. You can attempt to uninstall from here. However, what this runs off of is based on what the installer has put in the registry. As it explains here, if it can't run silently, it will not run. So I'm going to hedge a bet that installer.exe/uninstall probably doesn't run silently, but you can give it a go and see if it works. At this stage, we do not use whitelisting and blacklisting for software, so you don't need to worry about that for now. Monitoring, again, we won't go into at this stage. There'll be a further monitoring video that will delve into these. Commands, this will be a list of commands that have been sent to the machine. So I can see that at 10:35, fast talk was set to true. So that would have been when I first opened the computer management screen. So you can see if you issue any commands to the machine, this is where you would come to see what they've done and how they're going. And storage, this is a really nice way of seeing the local storage on a machine. You can even see graphs on usage. So I could say on the past 60 days, what's the fragmentation and usage been like? It's an SSD, so fragmentation isn't too much of a problem. But it's good to see disk usage, and I can see that clearly on the 22nd, I deleted something quite large because I went from 73 down to 57. Probably not so useful on workstations, but very useful on servers. There's also got smart checks, but I don't think I've got the right driver for smart checks, so we see nothing. And alerts are tied back into monitoring, so we don't need to worry about that. We'll cover those off in the monitoring video. Now, one thing I will say, you may have noticed in all of these tiles, and I'll just hop back into storage, you will notice that there's this last inventory section in the bottom left. So I can see actually on the this was on the 26th of July at 10:41. That's really recent. Some inventories can be up to a day old. So if you need to run with the latest information, just hit resend, and it will give it a couple minutes. It will resend the inventory and the disk inventory information. That's a command. So if you do need to see the status, if you want to just keep an eye on when's it doing it, just hop into commands. And there you go, scanning disks. It's already been updated, 10:54. So that's success. Otherwise, you'd see running. If you're doing a lot of work with the same machine and you just want all the inventory to be refreshed rather than having to click resend on every tile, in commands, under inventory, there's a resend everything, and that will go through and just resend the lot for the machine. So that's an advisable step to do so, but that takes a couple of minutes. So